I do not have a stubborn son. And you, yes, you do not have a stubborn daughter or a senseless daughter or a lazy son. Yes, this used to be our mindset, but I'm going to tell you a story. Yeah, I'm back like I never left. Yes, you are wondering where my partner went to. Our time has been clashing. She has been doing one or two things, but she'll soon be back. So it's Parents with Sabi again. If you are new to my channel, thank you for subscribing. Thank you for watching. Thank you so much. To my old viewers, I love you. So I want to tell you this story. Last week, I went to pick my son from school. It happened that I went with his younger sister. So the security guy at the school gate said, "Don't be like this, your brother. Don't be like this, your stubborn brother. Even your mother knows that he's stubborn." I said, "No, I do not have a stubborn son. I do not have a stubborn son." That is the end of it. I need to make my son understand. Whatever be, the security guy had nothing on his mind. Because this is the conditioning we have had when growing up. You are stubborn, you are lazy, you are this. Okay, my son's story ends. Then I went to pick one of my child again from school yesterday. Then a lady came to pick either her nephew, and she called the boys and said, "It's like you don't have sense, Abi. It's like you don't have sense, Abi. Look at where you flinged your bag." I called her, I said, "Come. Now that you said he doesn't have sense, has it made him to come and pick his bag?" No, it has not made him to pick his bag. He doesn't have sense now. Somebody who doesn't have sense, is he meant to pick his bag? Mpano. She was like, "No, ma, I didn't take it like that. I didn't even see it that way. No, understand." I say, you are not meant to understand it, because we have not been shown a better way of saying things or doing things. We grew up with this norm. You hear parents say, foolish, lazy, a child who doesn't get to do things. We just use the word. Not that we are trying to demoralize that child. That's not what was on our mind. But I want to tell you something, and I will show you why I'm going to tell you that. Isaiah 44 verse 3 says, "I will give water to the thirsty land and make streams flow on the dry ground. I will pour out my spirit on your children and my blessing on your descendants." What is God pouring out? His spirit upon who? Our children, my children, your children. Parents, God is saying, "I will pour out." He will pour his spirit. Now, let's look at it this way. What is the spirit of God? The spirit of God is the spirit of calmness. The spirit of God is the spirit of peace. It is a patient spirit. It is a strong spirit. It is a courageous spirit. It is an excellent spirit. It is an intelligent spirit. It is a spirit of speed. It is a spirit of love. It is a spirit of unity. It is a spirit of teamwork. It is a spirit of collaboration. It is a beautiful spirit. The spirit of God is a spirit of discernment. It is a spirit of wisdom. The spirit of God is a spirit that when it comes upon our children, the eyes of their understanding will be opened. The spirit of God is a spirit of good health. The spirit of God is a spirit of joy. The spirit of God is a spirit of true leadership. The spirit of God is a spirit of appointment. It's a spirit of, it is a wonderful spirit. It is a spirit that opens doors. It is a spirit that breaks barriers. It is a spirit that changes situations. It is a spirit that gives up beautiful choices. The spirit of God is a spirit that lifts the thoughts on our mind to become beautiful thoughts. Now, these are the things that I mentioned, but there are more that the spirit of God carries. Those are the things God is saying to you and I today. Dear mother, dear father, I will pour out my spirit. So he is saying, the spirit there now, change it to, God will pour out his understanding spirit. God will pour out his peaceful spirit. God will pour out his love spirit. God will pour out his wise spirit. God will pour out his intelligent spirit. God will pour out his excellent spirit upon Fumi, upon Kemi, upon Blessing, upon Joy, whatever be the name of your child, and my children's children. God is saying, upon your children and upon the children of your children, I will pour out the spirit. So we are going to be changing that. My child failed math, and I will say, Olodo Iti, you don't know anything. Change it to the spirit of the Lord will be poured upon my child, and my child will begin to have that excellent and intelligent spirit to understand how this math goes in the classroom and beyond the classroom. When you see that there's restlessness upon your child, don't start, Just like me, once my son is restless, I'll just tell him, hey, better carry that thing that is wrong with you and get out of my sight. Me, I'm even guilty. So now, as I'm talking to you, I'm talking to myself that God is saying, let that restlessness, let us begin to plead that the spirit of calmness be poured upon my son. So instead of me saying, carry that away, carry come up for you every day. So instead of me saying, why are you always agitated? I will begin to pray, let the spirit of calmness be poured upon my child. You know, let the spirit of love, if you feel that there's a place where there's sibling rivalry upon your children, begin to plead that the spirit of peace, the spirit of love, the spirit of teamwork, the spirit of togetherness, brotherly love, sisterly love be poured upon your children. You know, you begin to speak these things. Parents, learn to speak through the word. I know that these things are not easy, because some days you'll be calling these children and they will just, you know, the way they will be putting their legs on the floor, you'll be forced to say, you are lazy. You are lazy. You know, we say it to our children. Me, I say it. When they don't wash their clothes, when they don't arrange their room, I'll tell them, I can't have this. You are a pig. You cannot keep this well. This, that. Don't blame me. That's what I understand. Okay? But now I'm beginning to get clarity in that. Instead of saying that a child is a pig, instead of saying that my child is dirty, okay? I'm going to say, let the spirit of organization, let the spirit of neatness, let the spirit of arrangement be poured upon my child. Now, that does not mean that immediately you pray that everything is going to work. It's just like when a child is sick and you be like, every time you're always sick, every time you're always sick, every time you're always sick. Now you're going to be pleading, let the spirit of good health, let the spirit of sound mind be upon my child. That if it's a child that is always scared of something, let the spirit of sound mind be poured upon my children. Remember, God is saying, I will pour out my spirit upon your children, upon Amaka's children, upon Nkechi's children, upon Kemi's children, upon Femi's children, upon everybody's children and their children. Are you ready to speak the word of the Spirit of God to be poured upon your children? What is that thing you are battling with? Change it from the negative side to start pleading. Let the spirit of love be poured. Mention the name of your child. So this is what I came to share with you today. So till when next I come, do not forget to subscribe, call your neighbor, call your friend. Let us share thoughts together. Let that word be spoken. It is the word of God, and it can never ever go out of fashion. It is the word of God, and it comes to pass. But it will not happen immediately. You slowly. Just see it. Be intentional about it. I know that sometimes you are still going to fail, because me, maybe today again, I'm still going to call one of my child lazy. God help me that I don't. But what I'm trying to tell you is this: let us encourage ourselves. Let us help ourselves. If you have a child that is always, I can't do this, I will pour out the spirit of encouragement and courageousness upon this child. The spirit of courage. So you speak it to yourself that this is what God will pour upon your child. And it will work. It will happen. Encourage another mother. Encourage another mother. Encourage another father. Encourage another parent. And we are going to get it right. One family at a time. See ya next time. Don't forget to subscribe. See ya. Bye.